Hello. Bit of a change of scenery. I am currently staying at my nan's house for a few days to have a little bit of a break and see her before Christmas. So yeah, not my usual setup. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a catch up because I am just about to finish Night Circus. Actually, I think it's bang on 50 pages off, and oh my goodness, this has been such an incredible book. This is currently a 6-star read for me. If the ending stays as good as the rest of the book or even better, this is 100% going to be a 6-star read for me, 1000%. This is the most enchanting and magical book that I have read, and it's, oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. It's one of those books that I have been genuinely dying to go back to every single time, and it's just absolutely brilliant. The writing is fantastic, the storyline is fantastic, the little bit of romance that you do get in here is absolutely phenomenal. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I should be done reading this very, very soon. So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the rest of the book. I am officially back from my nan's, and well, I'm quite upset about it. I absolutely love spending time at my nan's. We both love reading together, and we go out for coffee, go charity shopping, and I just always have such a nice time. I have decided to film on my couch today because I am cold. I want a blanket and a cuppa, and I don't really want to sit on a chair. Oh, also, I want to show you something. Look what Ash got for me. I've always wanted one of these armchair pillow things, and I think this one was from Tesco. I think it was only about 12 quid. So I thought, absolutely, why not? It is so comfortable, and everyone needs one. Put it on your Christmas list. So there was supposed to be kind of like a TBR update video the other week, but unfortunately, because my trains decided to cancel and I had to go to my nan's earlier than expected, it meant I couldn't finish the video and get it uploaded in time. And by the time I got back, I was like, well, we're almost at the end of the month anyway, on Monday. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm just going to do a spend the week with me. I got a few things going on this week. You can come along with me. I've got some books that I've purchased that I can show you and just give you some updates on what I have been reading this month and what I'm going to pick up next before December. Just kind of a more chilled, vibey type catch up rather than just a November reading wrap up that I normally do. I'm trying to kind of do different styles of reviews and book wrap ups and things like that. So I just wanted to give it a go. First of all, let me show you the books I did buy from the charity shop whilst I was on me hollywobs. So the first book I got was a book that I've heard a lot of good things about, and apparently it is very emotionally damaging, to say the least, and it is 1,000 Boy Kisses. And then this one I never thought I would find in a charity shop, and it is the cloth bound version of Little Women. I do already have a copy of Little Women. In fact, I actually think I have a couple, but I really wanted the cloth bound one, so I will probably redonate the other ones at some point. But they're all from charity shops, so they've cost me like 50p to £1, so it's not like they're costing me much money. The other one I have is quite a short version as well, whereas this one feels like a pretty decent amount of story to it. This is one of my favorite films. It's one of my comfort movies that I can just watch again and again. It's just such a beautiful story, and it's so emotional, it's funny, and I can't wait to read this. As you would have seen in the start of the video, there were so many good books I found in those charity shops. I feel like it was a really good week for charity shopping. So kind of going into what I've read this month, I don't know about you, but November is such a difficult month for me to decide what I want to put on my TBR. As soon as it's November 1st, I'm instantly in winter mode and Christmas mode, but it's still too early to read Christmas books for me, if that makes sense. So I was really umming and ahhing about what to read. I couldn't decide for about a week. I did actually start reading Dracula, however, I have put it on pause because it gave me a really fun idea for December, which I'll talk about later on in the video. But long story short, it just meant that I couldn't figure out what the hell I wanted to read. But then I found a particular book that I thought I'd give it a go, and then I saw another one and I instantly knew that it was going to be the perfect read for November, and then that led me to another one. So I ended up with my final 3 books. Only took me a week to decide. The first book I finished this month was Legends and Lattes, and I thought it would be the perfect book because I still wanted that really nice cozy read, but I didn't necessarily want a book that was specific to autumn or Halloween or some form of spooky read. It did not disappoint. This was such a cozy and easy to read book. If you're looking for a short but really easy to read cozy fantasy, but it also still has a good plot to the story and it's not just straight up cozy fantasy, then I definitely recommend giving this one a go for sure. What I loved about this book was how fast paced it was. It gives you a little bit of backstory about our main character, who is an orc, and she used to basically be a bounty hunter, but she gave up her sword in order to become an owner of a coffee shop and live a peaceful life in the city. And it's all about her making friends and trying to grow her business. But it's not just cozy fantasy, like I said. There is also this sacred stone that our character is trying to keep secret and hide away from people who are trying to get it, and you get to find out what the stone does and who it is that's trying to steal it from her as well. I absolutely loved all the characters. I thought they were all so unique and has such fantastic personalities. It's just one of those books that is really, really heartwarming, and it's about opening a coffee shop. Like, who doesn't want to do that? I'm definitely going to be reading the next ones as well. I'm going to see if my local library has it because I think it's bookish based, and I thought that was really wholesome. I cannot lie though, I flew through Legends and Lattes because I was so excited to get to my next read, and that book was The Night Circus. Hands down, one of the most enchanting and magical books I have ever read alongside Caraval. I was honestly just hooked from the first page. It was just phenomenal storytelling, and I just wanted to keep on going. I didn't want to stop reading it. It's one of those books as well that I was really excited to always go back to, and I'm so glad because I haven't felt like that for a book in a really long time. And I was 50 pages off. I was just absolutely devastated. I just did not want the story to end whatsoever. One thing I really liked about this book as well is even though you're following multiple different characters, you are not getting confused and it's not hard to follow. Love how it's set in the 1800s as well because it really gives you those historical and vintage vibes. When I tell you I am obsessed with circuses, I'm not lying. I think it's because you can use them in so many different genres and they just make it so immersive. You can use them for horror books in a really eerie and spooky way. Romances, you can use them, you know, when people go on dates and stuff. Fantasy books as well, like Caraval and this one. The writing is absolutely phenomenal. I love how it also has several pages throughout the book where it says you entered the tent, and it makes you genuinely feel like you are there. I also knew from the beginning of this book this was going to be a above and beyond book for me, so essentially like a 6-star read. 1000% recommending giving this book a go. It has so many different things in there as well. It even has like a little bit of murder mystery in there as well, which I was not expecting. But there's all these questions that you start getting because she just leaves you on so many cliffhangers as you go through the story. It really is one of those mind-bending books as you're reading them, but it is just so incredible. And then the final book I have, which I have just started, is The Circus Train, and I'm hoping to finish this before December. I might even just slightly go into December with this one, depending on time, because I'm quite busy over the next few days. Let's have a fun little quiz. Based on the cover alone, do you think this book is A, a thriller book, B, a historical fiction, or C, a fantasy book? If you said historical fiction, You, my friend, are correct. I actually found this book in the charity shop. I found Night Circus in the charity shop as well, actually. Both of these books were in perfect condition. It's almost like they haven't even been touched or read at all. At first I thought it might have been a fantasy book because of books like Caraval, but then I thought it might have been a thriller because I have read a couple of thriller books where the unalivings are on trains. But when I saw it was a historical fiction, I was actually so intrigued. Historical fiction is one of my favorite genres because they tend to be books that are just so incredibly moving and emotional. They are the ones that stick in my mind. Again, very similar, traveling circus around Europe, but it's set during the events of World War II. I'm really excited to see how the historical aspect comes into this book and also the whole circus aspect, like how they combine and come together. I have a feeling this is going to be a really good read. I just hope it does not disappoint me. Plan of action for tonight is to sit down, have a chill and read. I've also been watching Anne with an E recently, so I want to carry on watching some episodes of that. Also have a couple of things to do out the rest of the week. I'm meeting up with a friend. We're going to go for coffee and might even pop into some charity shops and bookshops as well. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Quick question. Do you listen to music whilst you read? And if so, what kind of music do you listen to? I always listen to instrumental music, or more specifically, lo-fi music. I normally listen to Zelda Lo-Fi, which is my all-time favorite video game franchise. And they have some beautiful soundtracks in those games. But the lo-fi versions, so cool. But not too long ago, I discovered this 1940s retro sleep track and oh my god, I am obsessed. I listened to that video the whole time I was reading The Night Circus, and I'm going to do the exact same for The Circus Train as well. This one even has a circus in the video as well, which I just think is so great. There's absolutely no way in hell I can listen to music with lyrics and then try and read words at the same time. Like, there's no way my brain would ever compute doing that. In fact, it would just have a complete meltdown. But I really do find that listening to music really helps to enhance my reading experience. So yeah, just let me know what kind of music you listen to whilst you read. I'm really curious. Hello my friends. Today I'm going to go and meet up with a friend because I haven't seen her for a while. So we're going to have a good old catch up and go for some food and some coffee. Also going to have a look to see if I can go into some bookshops or some charity shops, but it is absolutely lashing down and I thought you could come along with me. So let's get going. Just got back from the charity shop and meeting my friend, and I did buy a book actually. I'll quickly show you what I got. Picked up this book called Letters to the Lost, and it sounds like it's going to be a really traumatic and emotional read. So Juliet still writes letters to her mum even though she passed away, and then there's a guy called Declan who is currently doing community service at the cemetery, and he basically starts finding these letters and he starts writing to her and kind of talking about his life, his tough times and some things about his past. And by the sound of it, I think they start connecting with each other through these letters. So it sounds like it's going to be a really emotional story. Probably won't read it until the new year now, but where it was only 50p, I just wanted to pick it up in case I was never able to find it that cheap again. Plan is to just do a little bit of editing and start making this video tonight. Also, I got a new laptop case and I am absolutely obsessed with it. So yeah, just gonna have a nice chilled night, do some editing, and then I think I'm gonna sit down and watch some TV and carry on reading my book. If I don't start editing this video now, it's never going to get done. Good evening. Missy's absolutely loving life. She's so chilled, look at her. She's content. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely bamboozled by the fact that it is December. on Monday. Where has this year gone? The evenings are just so cozy now. I have my Christmas decorations up with all the lights and the fairy lights around the room, and it's so nice. I always put my Christmas decorations up middle of November. Well, actually, I always do it the weekend that I'm a Celebrity starts. It's kind of like our little tradition to put them up in the evening and then chill, settle down, grab a cuppa ready for I'm a Celeb. It's just something I've been really enjoying doing, so I always now do that. But I will show you my Christmas decor in my December video, so do not worry. And I'm also going to be decorating my bookshelf as well, so stay tuned because that one's going to be really nice. But that's what I kind of wanted to use the end of this video here for, to just kind of talk about what's going to be coming up in my next few videos. And I'm really excited because I came up with a brand new idea and I'm really looking forward to diving into it. And that idea is a classic Christmas. Long story short, I went to start reading Dracula for Halloween, but ran out of time. I was talking to my friend about it and I was saying to her that I really wanted to read it, but now I just don't feel like I'm really in the mood. She basically told me to keep it as a winter read instead. And then that got my cogs turning in my brain. And that idea is a classic Christmas. There are a few classics that I have been meaning to read and I've just not got round to reading. So I thought it'd be really fun to spend all of Christmas or December reading classic books. And it's really good because two of those books are also Christmas themed as well, or set around Christmas. So it just made sense. So the plan of action is to do a little bit of a December reset, do some bookshelf decorating, and then I'm going to take you through those books that I have chosen for my classic Christmas video ideas. And then I was thinking, instead of doing wrap-ups at the end of December, kind of making a video as I go along when I finish each book, and also maybe do some midway thoughts and just kind of spend the week with me, and if I'm reading a particular book at the time, talking about those things and thoughts and feelings. And I was quite proud of the idea because I like to try and come up with videos or series ideas where it's something that I can really enjoy doing. So I've had my Charity Tuesday idea and now I've got this one as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Plan of action for this evening is to sit down, carry on reading. It'll be one of those nights where I can just sit back, read a book, watch an episode and just completely relax. And that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Your support genuinely means everything to me. Let me know what your favorite read of November was and if there are any books that you are going to put on your December TBR. We hope you enjoyed this video and I'll be catching you very soon in our Get Ready for December video where we're going to be bookshelf decorating and going through our classic Christmas TBR. Take care of yourself and we will see you then. Bye.